Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So yesterday I ended my video talking about my birthday and friends that you shouldn't hang out with. So I want to talk about friendship today. So lately I've realized that uh, a lot of the connections that I made with people seem to be only like on a surface level. Like I honestly haven't experienced a more clear example of this surface level friendship since I attended a local church that my not local but a church that my friend invited me to. Now I know when people like think of church communities or like churches, they usually go, "Oh, everyone's probably like very welcoming, very kind, very friendly, stuff like that." So okay, I'm not here to like make fun of Christians, and I'm not here to like make fun of anyone's like beliefs or like tell people that Christian people are bad or anything. I'm not here to say that, okay? Like this is just blatantly my experience with the group of Christian people that I knew for a couple of years. So yeah, this is just my personal experience. And with those group of people, I have never felt more disconnected or like mainly disconnected with a group of people than I did with them. So to give some context, I guess, a friend of mine invited me to his church a few years ago. I'm not a Christian, but I started going there when I was 20. He invited me there when I was 20. I'm 23 years old now, which means I have been I've known this group for almost 4 years. And during those first 3 years, I pretty much went there every single weekend whenever they had activities. Like, I'm not gonna say I went there every single week, but it was like almost every single week. It was very consistent. It was like it's like a weekly thing that I do. It's like a weekly routine, sort of. This year, however, I've only went there twice, and we're already in June, right? Like I've only went there a total of 2 times. So when you like how when you go somewhere repeatedly a lot and then out of nowhere, like especially like okay wait. You know when you go somewhere every single week and then you just don't go there at all. It's like you see something. There's a reason for that, right? You don't just do that out of nowhere, right? And looking back at it, I realized that despite the years, the time that I spent there, the friendships that I made, quite frankly, looking at it now, they were probably all like surface level friendship, nothing more. Nothing more than that. Maybe something less, but definitely nothing more. The most obvious part is that none of those people ever like reached out to me outside of church. Oh, to be fair, I've never reached out to them either. However, like uh it became really obvious that they didn't want to be my friend or uh they didn't really care about me except for on the surface level when I see how they treated my other friend. Not the one that invited me to the church. The other one that came with me. We're both not Christian, so he and I started going to the same church around the same time. In fact, I actually started going a little bit earlier. I think I was like 2 weeks ahead, so I went there 2 times before he started joining. And none of us are Christians. I think I already said that. And they would like text him constantly, ask him to hang out, invite him out to dinner, stuff like that. Like my friend doesn't drive. Okay, he doesn't have a driver's license. He doesn't know how to drive. And I did, and I do. I did know during that time. I already knew how to drive. Meaning like realistically, it's harder for them to see him than they than to to meet up with me because I can drive, right? He couldn't. So realistically, it's easier to meet up with me. You know, I think they would have invited me more. But no, they were like completely willing to call him and go pick him up at his house. But they never tried the same thing. Never even bothered, not even once, with the same thing with me. No, I'm not jealous. It's just like a very objective view of that group's behavior. Okay, that's what I realized from hanging out with them. Okay, they choose to go and find him while they completely just ignore me. Okay, that's why I'm coming from. Okay, they never tried the same thing with me. Okay, they only tried it when he was around, like when he was right there. They would only ask me. If he wasn't there, they would never ask me. And I don't even know why, because like we never had arguments, we never had any talks. We were all on very friendly terms. So it just didn't make any sense why they would like just ignore me. So yeah. And then there were like multiple. It wasn't like a one-time thing, right? Like also there's this like they all kind of like live in their own bubble and they kind of like gatekeep people from joining in a way. Like okay, there were like multiple times where we were all hanging out, like the whole Christian group and me and my other friend, we were all hanging out and stuff, right? And like the group members, like the Christian group, right, they would like show other Christian members of the group like funny videos that they've recorded in the past, stuff like that. And I was like, and I was sitting right there. So, I just, did what a normal person would do and try to like, hang out and talk with them and just socialize, right? So I was just normally just, see them laughing and stuff. I'm like, hey, what are you watching? Can you show me it? So instead of like, just letting me see it, they would say something like, oh, you don't need to know. You weren't part of this. Like that's like okay. It's like it's like a bubble, and they don't want people inside of it. Like they created like this like gatekeep. They gatekeep their past, and they don't want you to see it, despite you wanting to get close. It's like they don't want you to get close. You know what I mean? They put their walls up. Like they don't open up easily to anyone, I guess, who is non-Christian apparently, because like I've known them for 3 years, right? And they still do that. So I spent 3 years of my life around them, and they still don't want to show me something just because I'm not Christian. I don't know. I say this, right? I say this is because last year, or like a few months ago, not even a year ago, right? A few months ago, this new girl, she started going to the church, right? She started going to their church. She was already Christian, but she wasn't in that church before. So she started going there instantly. She started going there recently, not instantly. And then they pretty much like gave her the VIP pass in a way. Like they pretty much let her in on all the inner circle things on day one. Right? Which is very unfair because like which makes it look like that they're gatekeeping, because like, oh, that Christian girl that just came, oh, you're best friends with her already. Oh, I've been coming here for 3 years and I'm not a Christian. Oh, your videos, you can't show them to me. They're just funny videos of you guys doing stupid stuff. Oh, but I'm not allowed to see it because I'm not Christian. Like, I don't know if that's, I mean, I'm not saying that's what they think, but that's what they're saying or anything, but that's certainly what it looks like. It's not a good look. Maybe they think I'm a dumbass and I don't think about this stuff. But I do. That's why I don't go there anymore. If you guys are watching this, I hope you understand. Like this exclusive, this like exclusion, the way they excluded me became worse because of like the shift in the church because recently, like, okay, like everybody knows a church has a pastor, and like their pastor recently left to go take over a different church. Not take over, but like go, work technically, like go work in a different church. Like when the old pastor was there, he was like one of the most responsible for like keeping the friendship, the interaction there open, honest, stuff like that. Like he was very genuine. Like you could feel that he was a very genuine and friendly person with people, because like it didn't matter whether I was Christian or not, because when I came there, like he doesn't really care whether you were there for a long time, new or like non-Christian. He would joke. He would like be able to joke with anyone, answer any question that, as long as it's not too personal, and just share stories about anything of the past. Like he didn't really care what background you had. So that was pretty cool. But like the people now that are still there after he left, well, basically I guess you can call them his students. They're absolutely nothing like him. Okay? Like now that he's gone, they are like putting up even higher walls. Like they were already doing that, right? But now that he's gone, I feel like they're putting up an even higher wall, gatekeeping even higher, to like protect their, like, I don't know, like inner circle or like bubble or whatever. Like I feel like they intentionally keep non-Christians at like a very specific distance, and it feels like I'm required maybe to convert before they will let me cross or like get closer to them as friends. I don't know, but like, so it's kind of like the friendship, right? It's like once I leave the church, like the friendliness is gone, right? We don't talk, nothing. Like it's a textbook case, right? It's like out of sight, out of mind type of deal, Like they don't actually care about my life or what I do or anything. And after realizing that I was being like kept outside of their bubble, sort of, I came to the conclusion that I was just simply just wasting my time trying to have a genuine connection with them. Like they like keep people out. They're like a gang, sort of, not like those bad type of gangs, but they're like sort of a group, right? I guess you can call it a gang of friends, like a band, right? That bands don't let anybody join them, and that's what they're doing. And like, what's even funnier to me, or I guess not funny, but like infuriating, I guess would be the right word. What's even more infuriating to me is that like when the weekend activity attendance drops, the same people, like, they always complain about it. They're all this, and they're wondering why nobody wants to come. Like, why are the numbers so low? Like, yeah, no shit. Like, the answer is freaking obvious. Like, when you build a wall, like, when you got your like own circle and you don't want anyone else to join in, like, yeah, people are gonna feel unwelcome. People are gonna feel like uncomfortable or like discouraged to join you. Like if people aren't happy when they show up, they're not gonna keep going. It's very simple. It's very basic, and they don't fucking see it. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense to me. And like, for me at least, like, this group treats me outside of their faith. I feel like as a outsider, I will never be anything more than an outsider to them. And the fact that we've known each other for 3 years and I still feel that same way, I think it's just a waste of time. And realizing that is what made me not go there anymore. Like, okay, that's basically it. That's like all I wanted to talk about today. Again, this isn't like a generalization of Christians. This is not what this is about. It is strictly my experience with that specific group of Christians and how they made me feel. Like, okay, sometimes maybe I'm overthinking it, maybe, or like I'm, misinterpreting the situation or whatever. But if it's whether it's my overthinking or like they're doing it on purpose, it doesn't matter because I was completely left out most of the time, and that's my honest take on how I feel. And I'm not going to go there anymore. Yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna go there anymore. So yeah, have you guys ever felt like you were left out before? Probably, let's be honest, like everybody's been left out before. But was it as obvious or like maybe was less obvious than this? Like if there is, share it in the comments below. I love to hear it. But yeah, other than that, see you guys next time. Bye bye.